We've got three systems in the Atlantic. We got Tropical Storm Harvey. It's no longer a tropical storm. Okay, fine. Hurricane Harvey. It's not a hurricane either. Oh, so it weakened? So we got three storms. We got Tropical Depression Harvey. We've got Invest 92L and another area to watch. Every single storm has weakened since the last video, and they've weakened a lot. First, let's talk about Tropical Depression Harvey. Harvey is a 35-mile-per-hour tropical depression at 1,007 millibars. Since last video, Harvey has getting ripped up by wind shear. Wind shear has completely ripped apart Harvey's circulation. Right now, it doesn't look like a tropical storm or even a tropical depression. It just looks like an open wave coming off Africa. It doesn't look like it should be a tropical depression right now. Last video looked like a blob. I don't know what to call Harvey right now. Harvey got ripped up by shear and is a complete mess. Harvey's on life support right now. If there was any more shear trying to rip up Harvey, Harvey wouldn't survive. Harvey would be a 2-day lived system. But the National Hurricane Center predicts Harvey's gonna continue to survive. The National Hurricane Center even predicts Harvey to reach 50 miles per hour when it makes landfall somewhere around Belize. But that's if it could hold itself together. Everyone in Belize, Honduras, the Yucatan Peninsula, you could relax. You could probably laugh at what is Harvey right now. A complete mess. If Harvey gets itself together, and it would have to do that pretty fast for you to even worry about it. But let's talk about it if it does come together, because that's what we have to watch for. We can't look at the storms as they are right now. We have to look for the possible potential of these storms. The European model has Tropical Depression Harvey getting ripped up by wind shear. Getting ripped up by wind shear to the point that it doesn't exist anymore. The GFS does almost the exact same thing. Get Harvey completely ripped up by wind shear. But the Canadian model has Tropical Storm Harvey landing in the exact same spot as Tropical Storm Franklin on the Yucatan Peninsula as a formidable tropical storm. But if I have to be honest, I don't trust the Canadian model right now because it has 3 hurricanes at the same time in the Atlantic in 5 days. And that does not look like it's gonna happen. Definitely not 3 hurricanes in the next 5 days. Maybe not even 1 hurricane. And the Canadian model has 3. Don't trust the Canadian model. Trust the GFS and the European. If Harvey could keep itself together, Harvey's gonna track due west for the next 48 hours, and then it's going to start taking a more slight northward turn. Harvey's then going to find itself in the Bay of Campeche, where conditions should be pretty good, and probably re-strengthen if it is a tropical storm to maybe a hurricane status. Maybe. Harvey's not going to impact the US at all. If you look at what the models are doing with Harvey's intensity, some models have Harvey strengthening, and some models just have Harvey keeping its same pace at 30 miles per hour. All the models have Harvey taking a dip in winds at around 84 hours. That's due to the land interaction with Belize, the Yucatan Peninsula, Honduras. But 24 hours later, it reemerges over the Bay of Campeche. Then all the models have Harvey re-strengthening again. Last video I said we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with Harvey. Harvey's a mess right now, a complete mess. Harvey's gotten ripped up by wind shear and could barely keep itself together right now. It's on life support. But if it could keep itself together, it's going to track due west and make landfall somewhere on the Yucatan Peninsula. But that's it for Harvey. This might be the last video on Harvey. It might just be. Now to the potential hurricane in Invest 92. That system also weakened. Oh, okay. Invest 92L has also gotten ripped up by wind shear. Especially strong wind shear to Invest 92L's northeast side. Invest 92L has no spin to it at all. Just like Harvey, it's just a line of thunderstorms, which is good, but no low-level spin at all. And that's what Harvey and 92L are missing. Since Invest 92L has gotten ripped up by wind shear, the National Hurricane Center is giving Invest 92L a 10% chance to form within the next 48 hours and a 30% chance to form within the next 5 days. It's not looking good for Invest 92, folks. It's not going to become a hurricane, and it's probably not going to become any tropical disturbance at all. Both the Euro and the GFS have Invest 92L to continue to be ripped up by wind shear, and yet again the Canadian model develops Invest 92L into a tropical storm just southeast to the South Florida coast. But don't believe the Canadian model. If Invest 92L were to form, it would be near the Bahamas, where conditions are going to be more favorable. All the models are starting to have Invest 92L, or what's left of Invest 92L, take a sharp 45-degree curve. The chances of Invest 92L affecting South Florida aren't as high anymore. It's more likely to take that right curve away from the US coastline at all. The models are in a split of how strong Invest 92L is going to get. Some models have Invest 92L to continue to be ripped apart by wind shear, and other models have Invest 92L becoming a hurricane. The models are a mess with Invest 92L and Harvey. I can for sure say Invest 92L was looking much better 2 days ago, just like Harvey was. They're both looking ugly. If you were watching Invest 92L and Harvey closely, you don't have to watch as closely now. They're not going to form into formidable hurricanes or even high-end tropical storms. The worst you're going to get is a mid-level tropical storm, if that. That's it for this tropical update, and I'll see you in the next one.